Hey there, Mopar peeps. Russ Sallow here. So I am going to document the transition of my wonderful Dodge Charger with the existing vacuum style brakes that I have and all of the troubles I've had with that for a number of years. So there's lots of armchair quarterbacks. We originally, when I bought the car, it had drum brakes on the back and manual disc brakes set up on the front. So I went to Master Power Brakes and I bought a power brake booster setup conversion kit for the front. So we put their vacuum boost on, which you'll see in a second, with their single piston calipers and rotors in the front, and it was barely passable for the last few years, and it's gotten worse. So I thought that the problem was that we have single piston calipers and drum brakes, and I know drum brakes only account for about 10% of your braking power in the back. I know the rear brakes only take about 10% of the power, or give you 10% of your braking power, so I know about that. This summer I was frustrated and I said, all right, let's switch everything over to the 4-piston calipers in the front, because that must be the problem. The calipers are not strong enough, and we'll switch the rear discs or the rear drums over to discs. So I had them do that at my favorite garage, and the brakes are no better. But what ended up happening was we left the the vacuum booster and the master cylinder that came with the Master Power Brakes Legend series, their entry-level series, and it was no better. In fact, actually my brakes probably got a little bit worse. I had somebody do a evaluation of it, spend a little bit of money on that. They put in a proportioning valve trying to fix the problem. So this is my temporary setup with a bottle. I put a brake bottle in there, so don't criticize me. There was I did have the Summit brand vacuum boost electric pump on there. So there's the new proportioning valve that we had put in. There's my line lock. And I thought maybe it was the problem that there was no proper proportioning valve. After all of the fooling around, I'm pretty darn sure that my real problem has to be that, and my mechanic now agrees, that it must be something faulty in this power brake booster setup. So this thing is going. All right, so this thing is going, and I'm going to show you some examples of what the brakes are like now as I drive out to the mechanic's place as well. Currently, the brakes on this thing, even though we have 4-piston calipers, I think you can hear that, right? That's the sound they're making because they're not grabbing. Once we get moving, if I put the brakes on, they're not too bad. They're kind of Mopar-ish, sucky brakes that are passable if you're very careful. Alright, so we're doing just about 60 miles an hour. Let's put the brakes on as hard as we can and see. That's right to the floor. It's slowing down anyways. You can't lock them up. Alright, let's see, let's get up to 30. And right to the floor. It's as hard as I can, and it slows down. Yeah, hard pedal as soon as we are not moving along. Okay, so here's all the pieces that I got. So I purchased this. Let's see here. From the Matt Sweeting's Speed Shop, and I have to say, I think that these guys, it took them a long time to ship it, but I would say what I'm seeing here tells me that they know what they're doing, because it took a long time to receive it, but it sure looks like I've got everything that I would need, and it's really well laid out and done. So they do these banjo bolts, which are unique from what I've seen. I got some rubber hose here that I ordered. There's our Willwood master cylinder, of course, and that sucker there is gonna work with the star of the performance here. This is the elusive Hydroboost. So they've gone as well, from what I can see here, and done a beautiful job making me up what looks like a custom bracket for the firewall that looks like it's going to fit in there really, really nicely. So I'm expecting big things out of this. So there's that Hydroboost, and man, oh man, that is the magic pill. That is absolutely the magic pill, I can't tell you. Hello Mopar family out there. All right, so we now have, and you can see it right behind me there. Where is it? There. The Willwood master cylinder and the Hydroboost, Bosch Hydroboost system from our friends over at Matt Sweeting's Power Brake Performance.